It's Tuesday night, and you're on the show Listen to Me. I'm Mimi Stewart.
And I'm JJ Rodriguez. It's time for Listen to Me, the award-nominated radio show over by RadioUNT.net.
Listen to me every Tuesday nights, 7 to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Listen to me. Escúchame que estamos pegados.
Mi gente, bendecido que estamos hoy martes. This is your award-winning, because we did win the Sacro Imperio Awards 2017 Best Radio Show. I won the award for Best Host and Animador y Presentador 2017 for the Sacro Imperio Awards, and I'm very blessed. I'm JJ Rodriguez. Here I am with my friend Guz Martinez because Mimi is taking the kids trick-or-treating. So that's a happy Halloween edition without my Mimi Stewart, but much love and respect to you, Mimi. I hope everything's going good with the girls and the trick-or-treating. And we're here having a lot of fun and a lot of blessings. My opening monologue goes to the people in New York that are suffering yet another terrorist attack. As the news has said, como las noticias han dicho, en Nueva York se ha sufrido otro ataque terrorista. Una persona alquiló un trozo de Home Depot y arrolló más de 35 personas, 10 muertos y más de una decena de personas heridas hasta el momento. La persona que estaba conduciendo el trozo fue arrestada y lo están investigando. Ya está en las manos de la FBI. This person was heard screaming praise be God in Arabic. So there are throws and colors that this was a terrorist attack in New York City. Again, reeling from the 9/11 attacks and many attacks that has been into the city of New York. Our thoughts and prayers are with them right now. It is a Halloween edition of the Listen to Me show, and we are here happy and contento de estar aquí de otro día. The weathers are changing, things are happening. Hurricane Maria, one of the most expensive repairs, una de las reparaciones más costosas que va a tener Puerto Rico. Una de las cosas que yo no entiendo, y yo creo que la política está careciente de sentido común. I think common sense when you go into politics is taking a back seat. ¿Cómo tú vas a balancear los libros en contabilidad o en cualquier cosa o cualquier tipo de negocio cuando tú tumbas un contrato de 340 millones y aceptas un contrato de 840 millones? And then you think you're going to have electricity in the island on the 15th of December. Vas a tener electricidad el 15 de diciembre. Yo creo, mi sugerencia el día de Halloween en Puerto Rico, para aquellos que todavía nos están escuchando y los que nos están escuchando en Orlando, Florida, porque entiendo que en Orlando, Florida, alrededor de más de 10,000 personas nos escuchan a través de las aplicaciones y la internet en radiount.net. Te quiero decir algo. Saquen sus panderetas, saquen el coquito, saquen el lechón asado, háganlo a la brasa allá en Puerto Rico y aquí en Orlando, porque las navidades deben de empezar desde ahora, porque esta es la única situación positiva. This is the only positive situation that will be able to happen in Puerto Rico, is that you start your Christmas early. Okay? Start it right after Christmas. Give thanks that you're alive. Keep on going through Christmas, and hopefully in 2018 tendremos luz en Puerto Rico. The things are very pathetic and lethargic in Puerto Rico. ¿Por qué las cosas están tan paradas en Puerto Rico? Me pregunto yo. Y simplemente hago la pregunta: ¿por qué los políticos no hacen lo que la gente de Puerto Rico los eligió para hacer? No es para politiquear, no es para tratar de sacar millaje político de una tragedia, no es tratar de sacar oportunidades de fotografía con los tantos senadores, tanto republicanos como demócratas, que han ido con las manos vacías porque no pueden sacar las cosas de los furgones para llevárselas a la gente en Puerto Rico. ¿Por qué los jefes de uniones no paran la politiquería y dejan que lo que está en los muelles llegue a la gente de Puerto Rico? Si son tan patriotas y si son tan puertorriqueños, ¿por qué ellos mismos con sus propias manos no abren esos furgones y llevan la comida a la gente en las montañas y dentro de la isla de Puerto Rico? Why? O sea, ¿por qué se tiene que seguir retratando Carmen Yulín a través de las paletas de productos Goya que se están pudriendo en esos muelles? Simplemente por una oportunidad política. Y es sin cuestión partidario, porque también le voy a tirar su lluvia al presidente Trump. Dear Mr. President Trump, while you were with the governor Pedro Rosselló, one of the questions was, do you think that Puerto Rico should become a state? And you said that was that newspaper man trying to get you into trouble? There is no trouble, Mr. President. We supported you. We elected you. We want you to show leadership. And the only leadership that we have to show, that you have to show to the people of Puerto Rico, is sitting the congressional delegation of 2 senators and 5 congressmen from the state of Puerto Rico. It is now the time that Puerto Rico has to become a state. And not only I am asking the President of the United States to take action, and believe me, I will send them a copy of this show. Because I'm not afraid of the President of the United States. He may be a bully or whatever you think, but he's a good guy and he has common sense. But my question is, why are you going to get in trouble? Who is pressuring you not to do this? Is there a certain pressure? So the show Listen to Me, the award winning, the award nominated, the award won Listen to Me radio show will investigate. We will call the White House. We're going to call our delegation, congressional delegation that is operating out of the Puerto Rican Affairs Office in Washington, D.C., and we're going to have interviews with them. We're going to have interviews with political leaders both in Spanish and in English here in Orange County, because we need to get the answers. We need to get our island lighted, our infrastructure done. And the only way that can be done is with statehood. It cannot be done any other way. It cannot wait any longer. It cannot be postergated. It cannot be prolonged, because as you prolong this, people will start to die. People will start to suffer. People will continue to not have the basic necessities, and Puerto Rico will sink further and further into a third country rating. That's my opening monologue for today, Tuesday. Our hearts are with those victims of the terrorist attack in New York City. Our hearts are still with those that are in the island of Puerto Rico suffering. But we will believe, we will pray, we will keep positive, and we will make sure that Puerto Rico se va a levantar. Si el coquí suena todas las noches allá en Puerto Rico y suena más duro porque no hay tanto radio, no hay tanta bocina, no hay tanta claxon, acuérdate que si el coquí sobrevivió el huracán María, nosotros como boricua sobrevivimos cualquier cosa. Pero tenemos que sobrevivirlo con amor. Porque sí podemos hablar de política como hablamos de deporte, pero no podemos dejar que los deportes ni la política dicten nuestra vida. Anyway, I want to bring back my brother, Guz Martinez. He's has a very, very important news, and as always, we've missed him and his beautiful wife, Paloma Martinez. But Guz, brother, how you doing, man? How's it been?
It's been really well, Jay. Thank you very much. I'm happy to be here again.
I'm glad. I'm glad.
Happy to hear self-professed Trump man speak like that. You know, honestly, I'm sickened by the whole situation in Puerto Rico. Everyone trying to profiteer off of it. The 4,000 containers sitting in dock.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you have a lot of people who are just standing by, waiting for the go.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Whether it be a union truck driver boss or someone waiting for taxes on those containers or whatever. The Puerto Rican people used to be a proud people. We used to be independent people.
Mm-hmm.
We never needed to depend off of anyone.
No.
You know? I think that we need to go into a more biblical aspect approach to this,
Mm-hmm.
where every person has to build their backyard.
Yeah.
Their back wall.
Yeah.
And let's get that infrastructure back up. Unfortunately, there's a lot of political involvement. It's a tug of war. A lot of Americans don't want to take on that debt. A lot of American Puerto Ricans know our families bled for Puerto Rico.
Mm-hmm.
My grandfathers, my uncles, some of my uncles didn't even come back. So
And many brothers, fathers, even mothers that fought and bled and died in the wars. You're right, Gus. And sorry to interrupt you. The thing of it is that we have to get mad. We have to get speaking. We have to get going. Tenemos que ya es un punto que el castaño oscuro dejó de existir. There's no black and blue marks, man. We've pushed Puerto Rico not 30 years back. We've pushed Puerto Rico back to the 1950s in some parts of the island. You know, estamos bregando con leptospirosis, estamos bregando con el dengue. You know, right now the temperatures are changing in Puerto Rico, but it's still a Caribbean island.
Yeah, you got the cool mornings.
Yeah, you got the cool mornings, but you still got these very hot evenings where the mosquitoes kind of breed and come out. Why don't we have containers of Clorox to be able to pour to these polluted waters so we could kill mosquitoes? We don't know if that's going to be better than nothing, but we do something to avoid the spread of mosquitoes. You said it. How many containers are in the port? And they haven't.
Last I read was 4,000.
4,000. That's more than enough. We were talking about this off camera. Isn't that more than enough to cover the island one time?
Well, see, and then there's the other issue, right? They don't want to let these containers go because of the economical impact. All right. They don't want to let these containers go because you're giving away all of these free resources, so nobody's buying them. And by giving them away, you're stopping the flow of the dollar, and so you're paralyzing the Puerto Rican economy. That's the argument.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand that, but right now, this is not about money. And honestly, I'm sorry to say this, but somebody needs to be taken to the whipping shed on this one. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody needs to be taken to the whipping shed on this.
All right.
I think that is enough already. We've conformed. Ya hemos llegado al punto de ser conformistas.
Mm-hmm.
Los puertorriqueños no somos conformistas.
Tenemos que pararnos ya. Y tenemos que... Lo que pasa es que, mira, y mira a ver si tú crees que esta teoría suena bien contigo, Gus. Las posibilidades de que Puerto Rico continúe siendo un territorio están limitadas. Hay mucha gente que está... hay mucho clamor porque, vuelvo y te digo, como tú me dijiste, yo estoy sacando lo que yo veo de las conferencias de prensa del presidente de los Estados Unidos. Él dijo de su propia boca a un periodista que se iba a meter en problemas. ¿Qué problema se podía meter si hablaba sobre la estadidad de Puerto Rico?
Pero también dijo que iba a borrar la deuda.
También dijo que iba a borrar la deuda.
Que se tiene que hacer porque la mitad de esa deuda es ilegal.
Exactamente. ¿Qué está pasando? Esta es la teoría. El status quo de Puerto Rico está moribundo. Mira lo que está pasando. Un contrato de 400 y pico de millones se suplanta por uno de 800 y pico de millones.
Es ridículo.
All right. ¿Tú no crees que se está tratando de sacar la mayor cantidad de dinero antes de que Puerto Rico se haga Estado? Porque mira, ¿qué puede pasar cuando sientan a la delegación de 2 senadores y 5 congresistas en la Cámara del Congreso? Pues puede pasar esto, que estos senadores y estos congresistas empiecen a cabildear con otros congresistas y otros senadores de otros estados y se empieza a nutrir a Puerto Rico de trabajos, de cabildeos. Quizás se puede volver a traer algo parecido a las 936 que van a traer industrias a Puerto Rico y se acaba no, voy a utilizar una palabra que quizás me muerda otra vez, pero el lavado de dinero legal se acaba. El lavado de dinero legal se acaba. Porque yo creo que esto es lo que están utilizando a Puerto Rico es para lavar dinero legalmente.
El problema con Puerto Rico siempre ha sido el partidismo. Si no eres un partido, es el otro.
Exactamente.
Desde que yo me acuerdo que viví en Puerto Rico en el 1984, que me regresé, me acuerdo que el partidismo puso a un caballero en la defensa civil de Puerto Rico encargado como director de la Defensa Civil de Puerto Rico, y el tipo no tenía ni un GED.
Pero él conocía a alguien que
Palero.
Una pala.
Una pala.
It was not. They say in English, it's not what you know, it's who you know.
Right.
So the same thing works in politics. But the thing of it is that they're saying that the small. But how did it was a bidding process? It was the smallest bid, and
Well,
this.
somebody
And,
lined their pockets on that.
oh yeah, there's a movie about it. Remember I want to go back to Hollywood. You remember? I don't know if you remember this movie. This movie was called War Dogs. Have you remember? You remember this movie? It was about a small company that was given a huge arms deal to supply arms to soldiers in the Afghan war, and it was the same thing. It was corrupt. But they didn't know anything. They just did the smallest bid. And they were the one. If Whitefish was the one who gave the smallest bid, the second smallest bid was $840 million.
You know, whenever it comes to contracts, somebody's getting a kickback. That's the bottom line. Y más en Puerto Rico, que en Puerto Rico no se hace nada a menos que haya algo para alguien.
If we were a state and it were being that senators and representatives were getting kickbacks, that would be another totally different time. But right now we have a congressional delegation that's not even been able to be seated in the Congress.
Let's talk about something else.
All right, let's talk about something else.
Let's talk about something else. To help Puerto Rico, we're talking about an $80 billion loan. Really?
No
What
more.
else?
No, wait a minute. More. Because we're talking
No.
72 billion is in the debt that we have right now.
Right, an additional $80 billion to fix the infrastructure of Puerto Rico is going to be in grants, in loans.
Okay, and so if they give us
They
another
can't
80
pay
billion,
the 70 now that they have. They're going to pay another 80.
so we're gonna be in the whole 160 billion.
Ridiculous.
No.
I don't know.
It's a total. That would be a total. That would mean a total collapse of a territory granted by its constitution that it can't go bankrupt.
You know what I like to see?
Yet Detroit can renegotiated its debt. Why Ohio could renegotiate Detroit's debt? Because it was a state. It had two senators and its core of representatives that negotiated that deal. Because it wasn't the governor.
I would like to see, Jay, this is what I would like to see. I would like to see a financial audit from top to bottom going back 3 decades.
30 years. You know how long that will a forensic
I would like to see them audit every single politician, every single governor of Puerto Rico, because I guarantee you a lot of people are going to go to jail.
I don't think that paperwork exists. Many people will say Maria took it.
As you can. You know,
That would be awesome. I would like to see.
I guarantee you that those loans will be erased.
Because I'm telling you right now, la excusa número uno. Ay, no puedo, no tengo estos papeles. Why? Porque María se los llevó. María se los llevó. María se los llevó. María se fue. María se fue y se llevó los papeles. That's the problem with this situation. We're not going. We could do the best forensic auditing, and you're right. Maybe we shouldn't go 30 years. Maybe we should go 50 years since the start of ELA. But the problem is the paperwork. Will it be there? The paper trail. The forensic analysts cannot go where there is no paper trail. And that is the situation. Let's start with this again. Who got the kickback of giving the contract of $840 million for the new company that is coming in? We have to wait now. And we have to pay, Puerto Rico has to pay for the removal of the equipment from Whitefish from the island to the mainland. You see, es como una carrera de jueyes que van para atrás.
Yes.
You know, you put them in the start line, they go backwards. So we have to alert people. Tenemos que alertar a la gente a que hagan presión. Aquí en los Estados Unidos, gracias a Dios, todo puertorriqueño que vive en la Florida tiene derecho a hablar con sus congresistas y hablar con sus senadores. Now,
on that note, first of all, before we go on, I want to take this opportunity to tell every single person, every single American, every single Hispanic, every single Puerto Rican out there who made it an effort, even though we were going through our own stuff here in Florida, made it an effort to fill 4,000 bins. You know, my wife herself is sending stuff person to person. Honey, I love you.
Hi, Paloma.
They didn't get the better half, but I love you. I want to thank every one of you. Every one of you, even though you was going through your own crisis, every one of you gave. Every one of you sent. We did our part as American Puerto Ricans. We did our part as Americans. Now it's up to Puerto Rico to do their thing over there. So I'll leave that subject with that right there.
That is true. That is true.
We did our part.
That's true. You know, we just, all we could do is we got to start making noise, and we got to make the type of noise that is legal. Talk to our congressmen, senators, make up meetings. When we talk in la panaderias, when we talk in the la friquitines in Puerto Rico and in the United States, you know what I'm talking about. We do have our little bakeries, and we have our little coffee shops that we get onto. Now they're no son colmados like we used to do in Puerto Rico. They're Starbucks, they're McDonald's, Burger Kings, and I'm not doing free plugs for them, but you know what I'm talking about. We're meeting in places. And I want to thank all of those that have helped the island of Puerto Rico, but don't do it because you want to profit. Don't try to do it because you want to profit out of somebody else's misery. But Gus, there's another piece of good news, and you're running for District 3. So tell us a little bit about that.
Well, Jay, I honestly believe that the political environment is going to go through a big transformation. I really do. I think people are going to start pushing away from bipartisanship. People see, and I'm talking about normal people. I'm not talking about people who make their living in politics. I'm not talking about people who push politicians, who sell their race or whatever. I'm not talking about those people. I'm talking about you and me. I'm talking about normal, hardworking individuals. I'm talking about, this gentleman right here with us. I mean, he
Miguel?
works for a living. He works. I didn't want to mention his name because I didn't know if he wanted to be mentioned.
Miguel's our operator. Yeah, he's the guy.
Even you. You work for a living. You work really hard for a living.
Yeah.
And you're gonna vote for the person who best represents your interest. I think Americans are coming to that point where they're no longer going to be voting for parties based on party agenda, but for individuals that represent their best interest. And that is me. I am the person who represents your best interest. I am the person who does not come with an agenda, who does not come handcuffed to a party or a special interest. My special interests are you, the people. And that's what's going to make me the better candidate. Why? Because Americans are waking up. We're no longer blinded by political bipartisanship.
And you're right, because I had a friend of mine who's in the newspapers with Wayne Lubinsky, Mr. Powers, and he said it. The party that is growing with the biggest affiliation is the NPR, the non-party affiliation, NPAs, non-party affiliations. I've said it very much. If the Republican Party and the Democratic Party wishes to subsist, they have to do better jobs into creating atmospheres, like you said, that exemplify the individual as what they can do for the potential voters, so the potential voters could vote for them. And I think that you have a very good chance of winning. But my dear brother, Gus, what are your ideas for District 3? What do you want to do different, or what do you want to try and accomplish? Well,
First of all, I believe that Pete Clark, Commissioner Pete Clark, has done an amazing job in District 3.
Yeah, he is.
He is loved by everyone. He's loved by Democrats, by Republicans, he is a true moderate. He loves the people.
He's a populist.
And honestly, he's got my pop, obviously. Because I live in District 3 and because I love my district, I know that the biggest problem right now, even before the whole Hurricane Maria thing, the biggest problem, not only in our district but in our city, has been affordable housing.
Exactly.
Affordable housing. We have a lot of people who are homeless because there is no affordable housing. There's limited units, there's limited beds in the shelters. Affordable housing is our biggest problem right now. And I got to say, I have a great idea for that.
Mm-hmm.
I know that there's a lot of abandoned properties, and I know that we have the option to reacquire these properties, through certain legal means.
So you would reappropriate these abandoned properties, and what would you do with them, Gus?
Well, I would turn them into affordable housing. What's the use of having empty houses and homeless people? It makes no sense. That is a product of greed, right? I mean, if say we have a person who lives in Germany who's been buying a property, and these properties are not taken care of, and people are breaking in and they're turning these into neighborhood hazards and they become crack houses. Let's reacquire those properties and let's turn them into affordable housing. That's not rocket science.
I
You
understand.
have something called eminent domain, and Connecticut uses this quite frequently. Remember that Connecticut used to use eminent domain to reacquire these properties that were used as crack houses. I think we need to follow in that suit. We got a lot of properties in the North OBT area that are rundown and being used as crack houses. I think we need to reacquire those properties.
Yeah, and you're right. I think one of the when there was a shooting of the female police officer, that guy was found in one of those abandoned houses, right?
Laurel,
Yeah.
Laurel, to answer your question, you don't need to buy these properties. You get them through eminent domain. They've become a hazard to the community, and the community has a greater purpose for it. So yes, you don't need to buy these properties. You just run the paperwork and run eminent domain on it.
So that was a question you were answering from one of your Facebook videos.
Live,
Yeah.
yes.
So yeah, we're because that's the thing, that there is a certain protocol to run that, and also once you have the property, how you're going to develop it, how you're going to set it up. So there is a framework on how to do that, and that's really good. So Gus, also that's housing. How about public safety? What would you do to once we take care of these abandoned properties, we will take care of some of these squatters and move them out. But how about public safety? We are having an overdose, a heroin overdose epidemic. We're having a homeless epidemic. We're having a crime wave, and more criminals are coming from other places, including, I'm sorry to say, Puerto Rico. What do you think about that? What can we do?
I think we have great law enforcement people out there.
Mm-hmm.
I think they can't be everywhere. We're limited. If an alarm goes off in someone's house, it takes police officers nearly half an hour to respond because there's so many other things going on.
Yep.
It doesn't mean that we have bad police officers.
Nope.
It just means that we need neighborhood patrolling again. I'm quite good friends with the Guardian Angels here.
Mm-hmm.
I've been trying to get them set up. They're dying to clean up Orlando.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing a pretty good job in Kissimmee. And I don't know if you know this, but the prostitution that used to be on OBT, right by I-4,
Yep.
is now spreading over to Cimarron.
Yep.
I bet you the Cimarron residents are not happy about it.
Nope.
And it's not like police don't know about it. They do. But they're so busy with everything else. I think think we need to revisit neighborhood patrolling. I think we need to revisit neighborhood watches. I think a lot of people are scared of that, but we need to step up as a family, as a community, and take care of our own neighborhoods before they keep getting worse.
And then you're very right, brother. That's why I'm voting for you for Commissioner District 3. We're going to keep on talking with my brother Guz Martinez here, and listen to me. This is the Halloween edition of Listen to Me in cyberspace. Anyway, we're going to leave you with this positive song. Estén con nosotros. Listen to Me continúa en breve. Bueno, mi gente, saluditos a los de, I want to say a nice shout out to those in Delaware that are listening to us and listen to me. Also, want to give a shout out to those from the Hollywood Institute, where, yes, I do get my hair cut and I have to go over there and get a haircut. So thank you very much for keeping me nice and sharp, even though I don't have that much hair anyway. But Gus, we're talking with Mr. Guz Martinez, my brother, and a gentleman who likes to take care of the homeless here in Orlando, Florida. Let's jump into this other activity you have in November. Let's talk about it, and let's make sure that we go out and help him in this activity. And this activity is in November. It's about helping the homeless and feeding the homeless also, right?
Absolutely, but it's grown to much more than that. A lot of people don't realize that when we have collaborative community events like the one I do 4 times a year, we don't only help the homeless, we help the poor as well. We help the volunteers that come to serve, because some of them are in need as well. We provide basically counseling to a lot of people on a personal level. Not just food, not just clothes, not just toiletries, but we provide an ear and a hug. And some people who have not received a hug in many years will break down and just start crying from a mere hug. So it's a humane, collaborative community effort. If your organization is listening, we do 4 of these a year. This is our biggest one. We're going to be at the Walt Disney Amphitheater in Lake Eola. The last time we were there, we served nearly 800 people. Right now, we have nearly 270 registered volunteers. We have maybe 1 or 2 sponsors, and everything else have been individual people who pledged turkeys. For those of you who were following on my Facebook account, you saw I did a turkey run, and man, it's just really busy. We wound up with 109 pledges. We're hoping to at least collect 80% of that. And come November 16th, I'm going to need help to cook these turkeys. We have a kitchen in the Bella Room in Winter Garden. Thank you, Bella Room. That's going to let us cook all these turkeys, and we just need a whole lot of hands to help us. And the 16th is going to be busy, and this year we spread out the volunteers. I think we have something like 60 people from 10 to 2. We have 95 people from 11 to 3. We have another 92 from 1 to 5. And then we got about 30 people from 3 to 7, but the 3 to 7 is when I mostly need help, because that's when we go unload the truck. Usually I wind up with 3 or 4 volunteers and 6 homeless people unloading the truck.
Okay, all right. So that's...
Jay, you're going to be our host.
Yes, I'm going to be your MC, and I'll be there that Saturday promptly, so I'll be able to help with some of the activities and lend my voice to make sure that we entertain everybody there while they're getting fed. So yeah. I'll be there in my persona of DJ Rajatabla, so that I'll be offering my jokes in English and in Spanish, so we can make them there. So I'll be there. You better be there or be square.
But not. I'm gonna be quite busy on that day.
But that is true.
Triple my daily steps. But it's gonna be a busy day. We got a lot of help. I'm grateful for that. If your organization is listening and you'd like to sponsor this event or any of our other events, because we do have other events coming up, we have our Christmas Miracle for Homeless Kids coming up December 16th. December 16th. Write it down.
December 16th. All right.
December
That's a Saturday?
16th. That's also a Saturday. All of my events have to be on Saturday because I work Monday through Friday. Most people work Monday through Friday, and a lot of people just want to go to church on Sunday.
Exactly. So that's that December 16th. Where's it going to be?
December 16th, we're going to do it on the property. Thank you, Leo. We're going to do it again on the property of Great Value Suites at 7100 South Orange Blossom Trail. Now, this is a place that houses over 200 kids that suffer from food insecurity every single day. Every single day. So we try to get there as often as possible, but that's not the only place. We got the Royal Inn right across the street that has maybe another 150 homeless kids. These are extended stay places. They are family. Paloma says you salutations, Jay.
Cool. Hola, Paloma.
They are homeless families. They stay there. They pay rent there. HUD does not consider them homeless because they do pay rent, but that is not a legal address for them. So they are legitimately homeless. And we're going to bring the kids from the hotel further south, which names escapes me right now. And that's probably another 50 to 75 kids we're going to bring up. We're looking at about 500 homeless kids that we're collecting toys for. We already have a toy drive going on. If you want to help with a toy drive, find me on Facebook, Guz Martinez. I need all the help I can get. Obviously, I'm really busy with the Thanksgiving thing. I'm working my full-time job. I'm trying to get a campaign started, but I need a lot of help with the toys. Let's make this a really great Christmas for all these homeless kids, because their families can barely afford a plate of food every single day, let alone toys for these kids. Let's make this extra special. I need 3 bouncy houses. If you're listening out there, I need 3 bouncy houses for this event. Gus at mohtc.org. Listen to me again. Gus at mohtc.org. Email me. I need 3 bouncy houses for these kids. I need a popcorn machine. I need a cotton candy machine. I need 1,000 presents before December for these kids. So if you're out there, you own your company, you want to sponsor this event, we need all the help we can get. Even individuals at your jobs, start toy drives, please. We need the toys. If that's not enough, on that Saturday, we're having the Christmas event, but at the very beginning of that week, December 10th, we're taking over 600 low-income kids to Fun Spot for free. Thanks to WaterFan, thanks to Fun Spot, we are going to take, listen to me, 600 kids to Fun Spot for free. You need to connect with me on Facebook for more details. I'll be posting that link really soon. It's going to be 1 parent per family so that more kids can get in. We got a lot going on. We got a lot going on. I need a lot of help.
Well, great. And they could follow you through Guz Martinez at Facebook, right, Gus?
That is right.
And also Paloma has her site, which is Paloma Martinez, also on Facebook, right? And she has the changing room.
Changing rooms is an absolute blessing. Let me tell you, my wife is doing a phenomenal job with that. She and I and all of her changing room volunteers, all right, they have done a phenomenal job. If you don't know the changing room, find them on Facebook. Yep,
now find them on Facebook, because Paloma, your wife, has been working very, very hard. You know that I've met her in the beginning when she was starting this in its balloon. She's helped people in Puerto Rico, Colombia, Venezuela, the Dominican Republic. You know, I mean, she's really, really shortened the world by her outreach program.
Not only that, she and I drove with our friend Jimmy.
Oh,
all the way to Texas. She drove that big 27-foot truck with a trailer hitch with our car in the back. So, honey, I give you a lot of props. You're awesome. You're amazing. I love you. And that's why I married you, because of your strength.
That is true. I'm glad she married you, but she's my best friend and my best buddy, BBF. Paloma, we'll see you in Bohemia 2, so I hope you feel better. Remember that you were kind of coaxed. Te tratamos de meter en Bohemia 1. Hiciste un tremendo trabajo, así que vas para Bohemia 2, marzo 16. So March 16th, we already have a date. Friday, March 16th. So make sure, I know you work, so make sure you get that date off, because Bohemia 2 in El Café Mineiro, you're hearing it first. We have our dates. Bohemia Parte 2. Bohemia 2 is on March 16th, Friday, March 16th, 2018. It's going to be an awesome night. We got people from Africa. Tenemos un grupo que va a hacer un baile africano. Tenemos un grupo, uno de los actores de Marruecos. Otro de los actores es vienen de todas partes. Vienen de Colombia, vienen de Marruecos, vienen de África. We're going to have a lot of fun. And you know that the show is going to be $15 and the buffet is going to be $13. So, si quieren comer, pueden comer. Si no quieren comer, pero ya saben, en el Café Mineiro Brazilian Steakhouse, donde mejor se come, el Rainbow. Gus.
How about if we do this? How about if we raffle a couple of tickets to volunteers, or to listeners rather, at the Thanksgiving event?
Yeah, let's raffle off 20 tickets. We'll raffle off 20 tickets to Bohemia 2 for the March 16th show. So that means that you will be able to give those to either your volunteers. We could give them to them. All right, okay. Well, when I'm up there emceeing, yeah. I'll have to pull you from so you could have a little breather once in a while, because you're gonna be too busy. So I'll have to pull you. Hey, Gus, where are you, man? So yeah, you know, so we will do that. We'll give 20 tickets out. We want 20 guests. We'll do them in pairs, so we could have them come on in couples. Yeah, and basically we'll have those 20 tickets for Bohemia 2, and that will be our participation for your event in November. Also, for your other events, you know that this is your house. This is your home, esta es tu casa. So when either you or Paloma feels better, comes over here and comes back and joins us, because we miss Paloma. You know that your wife was one of the original girls with Mimi Stewart and myself that started this show, and I would like to have her back. So as soon as she feels better, come on. We need to talk about the changing room. So yeah.
Really busy. She's
I understand.
in there all day processing stuff. She has not stopped since she picked this ball up.
All right.
It's grown immensely.
It is. So, brother, your campaign again. Where can people? Do you have? How do people, if they want to help you with your campaign? So, I understand that you have things for the homeless, but again, let's address your campaign. Where can people get a hold of Gus so they can help with your campaign? Have you had certain things different, or just Facebook?
Well, I do everything through social media,
Mm-hmm.
and honestly, we don't have the funds to go out there and buy a campaign.
Okay.
My social media, I'm going to be knocking door to door. I'm going to be extending invitations to people who want to get to know their candidate, because I'm about service. You know, it's not about me going for power or money. I'm about service, and I want to serve my people, and I want you to get to know me. I didn't just pick up the ball and start serving just because I wanted to run. No, You can go on our website. I've dated our service all the way back to the beginning when we started documenting back in 2010. You can go to www.mohtc.org. That's my nonprofit. And if you go to the portfolios, they're listed by year. Every year has every outing we've ever done. So I didn't just start serving. I've been serving even before I went public and on my own. I was serving with my church. And yes, I believe in God, and I'm proud to say that.
Amen. Me too.
And nobody's gonna shut that down on me. But I respect everybody else's beliefs. I don't care if you're a Muslim, you're my brother. I don't care if you're gay, you're my brother. Because I respect people's differences. I was raised in New York. I was raised where everybody's different. and I respect people. I don't attack them. And that's the problem with agendas today. They can't respect the opposing opinion, and as you see on social media, if someone doesn't like your political view, they attack you.
That is true.
And
That is
that's
true.
not what I'm about. I respect everybody. You know, I got my butt handed to me when I ran for state representative, but I was a fairly unknown person. I dedicated my life to serving and helping the poor, but you good people still came through with 12,000 votes. I'm proud of that, and I'm hoping to get those 12,000 votes plus more this time around.
Exactly. You're going to get those votes back.
As far as your question, I don't have anyone sponsoring my campaign. I don't have anyone putting up money for the signs or the business cards or the website. These are things that I will probably wind up designing and doing myself, which I'm quite fluent at because I'm an IT professional.
Okay.
But the money needs to come in order to buy those products, in order to go knocking on the doors and get the material. I can't do this by myself. I need you all to help me in this campaign. This will be your campaign. This is the great thing about this campaign. It's an Orange County seat. It's a non-partisan seat. So it doesn't matter if you're a Democrat or Republican or no party affiliation. It doesn't matter what you believe in.
If you're libertarian
It
or...
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm here to serve you, and I want the opportunity for you to get to know me so that you can understand that I am your candidate, the better candidate. And honestly, I need help with the campaign funds, and I promise, when I win, I will not be made a liar in representing you. I will keep my promise like I did to my wife, because my wife made me promise not to let this office change me when I get elected.
All right. Well, that would be great. And one of the things that we could help you in is probably in December, or I know that you have an activity in December, but for us, we could probably do a fundraising event of some sort, either in the first or second week of December, and probably in January we could do something prior to Bohemia to be able to start raising funds for you. So we want to be involved with you, and we want to help you in your campaign, and we want to make you the next district. I think you're a logical substitute to Mr. P. Clark, and when he becomes mayor of Orlando and you as commissioner, that would be something really good to help not only Latinos but all people. And I'm with you. Even though I am a Republican and I could be opinionated as a Republican, I believe that we have to cater to the non-party affiliates. We have to cater to the Democrats, because that's the only way we make the Republican Party better, by attracting those that were not once affiliated to us, become part of us. And even though the seat is in a non-party affiliation, I think you're right. We have to start electing people by the characters that they present as an individual, not because they come with a stigma of belonging to a party.
I know that there's a lot of Democrats out there who are used to, and Republicans, but Orange County is largely Democrat, and they got a really good guy who's a favorite. But I'm the option. I'm the option. I'm the option that you can investigate. I'm the option that you can say, this is my choice. And honestly, I know there's a lot of unhappy Democrats and Republicans with the status quo of the political system today. Even though we are upset, we love our American political system. We love it because even though we don't win sometimes, we learn to respect the person in office.
Exactly.
It's gotten really ugly in the last, I think the last time we had a decent presidency, decent whatever, was when Bill Clinton was in office. That's the last time we didn't see this hatred between parties. It's always been a large competition, but man, my own friends, I see them wanting to strangle each other because of their opposing political views. We need to change that. We need to come back to the love. We need to come back to respecting each other's differences.
It's true, but I defer with you. I beg to differ, and in that part there, I think there's every presidency has their strifing moment. What we have to see here is that because you identify as a Republican or Democrat or no party affiliation, is that we need to be able to understand that, one, if there is a tragedy, don't profit from it. Or don't try to gain financial. Because something tells me that that money is tainted money. The easiest way to lose that money is to create profit from harm. Two, if you're a Republican or a Democrat and you can't sit down in the same table and have a civil conversation, there's something wrong. And that's what is happening right now. The Democrats are saying that they're the party of everything and inclusion, and they're not. They're the party of hate. They're the party of division, and they're the party of racial inequality. Because again, it was the party that brought on the Jim Crow laws, the segregation. They wanted marriage licenses. They killed more than 2.2 million blacks and Latinos between 1860 and 1963. That's never going to ever be erased. They could take away all the Confederate flags, all the Confederate statues they want. They won't erase history. Well, the Republican Party, they need to do a better job in doing grassroots organization within the Latino communities and black communities. There are being headways done within the African American communities, but into the Latino communities, like the Puerto Rican communities, you have to invest more money in the community to be able to turn them around. That's why we have Darren Sotos, that's why we have the Val Demings, and that's why we have the Patrick Murphys. Now, about your candidacy, I know that it's a non-party affiliation, and I am the chairman of the Hispanic Republican Organization. We're going to try and help you, not to identify you as a Republican, but to identify you as a person that the electors should look at what you want to do for District 3 and let them make their own decisions. We will provide them the information, let them make their own decisions, because our organization will endorse you. Whether it helps you or not, because it's a non-party affiliation, I think HRO would be very humbled to endorse such a good man like yourself.
I appreciate that, but I don't want to miss saying that there are good Democrats out there.
Oh yeah, there are.
There are really good Democrats. I have a lot of good friends that are Democrats, and even some of them are supporting, the other guy who's running against me. And I'm okay with that. They have that choice. I still love them. They have that right to vote. There's people who are really close to me. There's another third party involved. There's three of us in the race that I know of so far, unless somebody has recently written up again. But I'm not here to badmouth anyone. I'm here to say I'm your choice. I'm a choice. You have a choice, and that's all I want to say. You want to get to know me? I'm reachable. I'm going to be the same person now, 8 years from now, when I retire from office.
Great. Well, that was Guz Martinez, candidate for Commissioner 3, and go look him up on Facebook. Guz Martinez, his beautiful wife Paloma Martinez is a very staple that started here with us and Listen to Me, and she is also the founder of Changing Rooms, so make sure to go to Paloma Martinez on Facebook. Bueno, mi gente, yo soy J. Jesus Rodriguez Caballero with Mr. Guz Martinez. Mimi had the day off because she had to go trick-or-treating. It's a Halloween edition that has ended. Next week we will have Mimi back with some really good guests. Gus, this is your home. We hope to see you again with your beautiful wife. And listen to me. Se acabó. Nos vemos el otro martes. I love you. Bye. Ciao. See you, honey.